Kobe has a more socially acceptable addiction, which is to coffee. He loves it.
Kobe's kind of weird. I mean, he's gotten into some weird shit. Like he drinks coffee out of the pot.
That's not to say that his other addictions are more traditional.
He just like pops Tylenol pills like they were popcorn. One time he just ate celery straight for a week, man. Like I don't know if he's addicted to things or he's just addicted to being addicted.
But he is a bean freak. And what's interesting about that is he's, not that smart of a guy.
Wait, what's that?
Wait, what for?
Yeah, it's their president. Manapia.
But the synapses are firing really quickly, so I think it compensates on some level.
He is so dumb. It's really interesting. His IQ is probably below 80. So, well, imagine this is a TV set, okay?
But that's a picture.
Well, I know it's a picture, but just imagine it's a TV set.
Well, the TV's downstairs.
I know the TV's downstairs.
Yeah.
But just imagine this is a TV set, okay? So, house is on the right, okay? And the patient in their patient waiting room is on the left. Okay?
But that's him, and that's a man.
I mean, I know that's a hand because I could see that. Just imagine a blank, just blank TV screen, okay?
Imagine.
Imagine, okay? Paint the picture yourself, okay?
Ow.
The fuck is wrong with you?
This isn't the kind of work I do. Okay, we're not artists here. I don't believe in the white man's standard of an intelligence quotient. I've dropped my slave IQ. And now tell people that my IQ is X. That's all they have to know about my intelligence. I can self-govern my own intelligence. No test can hold me back. I think it would be apt to say, let my people go.
I mean, Kobe, he's kind of secretive. Yeah, he's real, keeps to himself a lot of the time. We don't know what he really does all day.
Because Kobe had 2 jobs. Well, I mean, that we know of. I mean, well, one, if you count this as his job, and then his other job, I don't know if you want to count that as a job. So he had 2 possible occupations.
I mean, there are only so many types of occupations that require you to stay up for 3 days at a time,
I don't typically have days. What I do is I just go until I'm finished. And then I sleep for a while. And then I wake up when I'm ready.
He never had a job, but he had work to do.
I mean, he has a bit of money around, and I'm definitely, I'd like to say that out of everyone else on the show, I'm definitely kind of in a little bit on what he's doing.
Right, if you know a black market money trader, his name is MC Graham. It's not really a friend, he's more of a co-worker and sworn enemy.
He's a pretty on-point guy. I mean, kind of a little rough around the edges. Not even a little rough, I mean, he's just rough.
Graham H.W. Andrews, hard wood, because more often than not, I have a raging fucking boner, dude, just a fucking monster ramrod. I mean, I have one right now. Notice how the camera is not placed any lower because it might offend people just to see the fact that just when I'm sitting here talking, I'm just ready to go. I mean, I'm not ready to go. I mean, I'm not horny. I'm just erect. It's possible to be that. My life is a romance. It's I'm in love with life. I love life. I don't love people, though. Anyone, really. Myself included. I like to call it avant-garde. I believe I'm an artist in a lot of respects. I consider myself like Michelangelo, with a full chef set of specialty knives that I keep for just the right occasion. I like to consider myself Marcel Duchamp with a chainsaw. I'm like Picasso with fangs, and teeth, and predatory instincts that he can never quite contain. I'm like MC Escher, if MC Escher hid in your closet. David with a bulletproof vest. I'm like Jackson Pollock, if he was standing right behind you. Makes you feel a little uncomfortable, doesn't it? I'm like The Scream, I'm like Edvard Munch. But you're just screaming. I'm like what happens when you give a schizophrenic a blowtorch and tell him it's a paintbrush. I like to consider myself like Salvador Dali. More or less how he was without the painting. I'm like Roy Lichtenstein. My works are humongous. Take up walls, entire rooms just to see the full breadth of them, but you're not looking at a painting. You don't even know what you're looking at. Like a romance novel with more violence. I'm like a war movie without the combat, just with the bloodshed. I'm like a western, you know, without being out west and without the cows, without the guns. Well, actually, with the guns, you know. I'm like a romantic comedy without the romance, just with the pain about how your life is not like that and never could be. I'm like a docudrama. You know, my whole life is a mockumentary. You think I'm acting just because the camera's on? I'm always acting. You know, the camera isn't on, but it's always rolling. There's always a camera somewhere. I don't believe in God. I believe in the big camera in the sky. And when you're dead, what kind of cuts is he going to use? Is he going to make you look like a pussy or make you look like a badass? That's why all your cuts need to be badass. So no matter which way they cut you, no matter which way they interpret you, you come out looking on top, calm, cool, collected, in the zone. That's how I see myself in a lot of ways.